welcome to another episode of Einsteinatics TV. Today, we are going to put focus concepts on qualitative characteristics of images, which is covered by Quarter 2, Module 4. So what do you need to know? Now, ito yung objectives natin for today's video. Of course, we need to predict the qualitative characteristic. Pag sinabing qualitative, it refers to the orientation, the type, and magnification of images formed by plane and curved mirrors and lenses. For this subtask, we are going to try to differentiate ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba between converging mirror or lens from diverging mirror or lens. The second one is we are going to try to characterize and draw ray diagrams for images formed by plane and spherical mirrors as well as spherical lenses. To start with, let us try to identify ano nga ba yung katangian at ano nga ba yung light or liwanag. We already know that the primary source of light is the sun. And aside from the sun, we also have objects such as light bulbs and matches. Another characteristic of light is that light carries energy and travels as a wave. And you should remember that light is a part of the electromagnetic spectrum known as the visible light. And light travels fast, and as you can see, it travels 300 million meters per second or 300,000 kilometers per second, which is clearly much faster or mas mabilis pa siya sa speed of sound. And you should remember that light waves travel in straight lines as being characterized in using lasers. Another important concept that kailangan mong maalala about sa light is that yung light, it is a type of or form of energy, and because it is a form of energy, it can be changed from one form into another. So, light energy can be used to make other useful forms of energy such as it can be converted through electrical energy using solar cells or chemical energy in the leaves of plants through the process of, ano nga uli yun? Process of photosynthesis. This time, let us explore how we see things. As we all know that in order for us to see, there must be a source of light, and of course, the most important is our eyes. Now, in terms of light production, there are two types of objects. The first one is what you call as luminous. Yung mga bagay na to, these are the objects that gives out light. And as you can see, using luminous objects, the light from a luminous object such as light bulb travels directly to our eye. That's why we can see it directly. Now, in terms of those objects that does not give out light, they are known as non-luminous. And in order for us to see a non-luminous object, so light must hit the non-luminous object and it must be reflected into our eye. This time, let us explore the concepts of reflection. Ano nga ba pag sinasabing reflection? So in physics or in science, yung reflection is defined as it is the bouncing off light rays when it hits a surface like a plane, mirror, or yung salamin. This time, let us explore the two types of reflection. Yung una ay yung tinatawag na specular reflection. Ito yung type of reflection na pinoproduce ng mga bagay na makinis. So you will know that it is a type of specular reflection because these are produced from objects that reflect light well. So, as you can see, for an object to have an specular reflection, it must have a smooth, shiny surface and are usually pale colors. And a specular reflection gives clear images because these objects reflect light regularly. On the other hand naman, yung ikalawang klase naman ng reflection ay tinatawag na diffuse reflection. So, these are produced from objects that do not reflect light well. So, ito yung mga reflection na being produced sa mga bagay na magagaspang. So, they have rough, matte surfaces and are usually dark colors. And the reason why kung bakit hindi sila nakapag-reflect ng light well, it is because they reflect light irregularly and meaning scattered or kalat-kalat yung kanyang light rays. Ngayon naman, let us explore yung tinatawag na law of reflection. So, pag ang isang light ray ay tumama sa mirror or isang salamin, it changes direction and the ray is reflected. So, yung ray na tumama sa salamin is tinatawag na incident ray at kung saan siya tumama, yan yung tinatawag na point of incidence. Okay? Tapos yung ray naman that had been reflected or bounced back, that is what you call as incidence ray. Now, to sum it up, yung law of reflection states that the angle of incidence is equals to the angle of reflection. So, such as this one. Kung titingnan natin kung ano yung number or angle ng angle of incidence, is ganun din yung angle of reflection. So, kung 20 dito, 20 din sa reflection. Kung 50 sa incidence, 50 din sa angle of reflection. Para mas lalo nating maintindihan yung law of reflection, let us try to define these terms. Yung una, yung tinatawag na incident ray. Ano nga uli yun? So, ito yung light na tumama doon sa mirror. On the other hand naman, pag sinabing reflected ray, ito yung light that bounced back from the mirror. Now, yung normal line naman, it is just an imaginary line that is drawn perpendicular to the surface. Yung angle of incidence, it is the angle between the incident ray and the normal line. At saka yung reflection naman or angle of reflection is the angle formed between the reflected ray and the normal line. So, paano nga ba nagkakaroon ng reflection sa isang plane mirror or salamin? So, pag tumingin ka sa salamin, yung makikita mo, yung tinatawag na virtual image that appears behind the mirror. Okay? And, as you can see, the image appears the same size as the original object and of course, the same distance behind the mirror as the object is from the mirror. Now, you might be asking, yung reflection mo ba or yung imahe na makikita mo sa salamin is totoo ba or kakambal mo? So, is it real or virtual? So, when we look at the mirror, pag tumitingin tayo sa salamin, we see an image. And the image form appears to be behind the mirror or nasa likod ng salamin. So, when you look behind the mirror, the image is obviously not there. So, hindi mo siya maituturing na kambal. So, we say it is just a virtual image. So, yung mga virtual image is ito cannot be formed on a screen. On the other hand naman, a real image is one that can be formed on a screen such as the real image from the projector which you are reading right now. Another characteristic ng reflection is yung tinatawag na lateral inversion. Kung mapapansin mo, if you put something or a word on the mirror, makikita mo that or you notice that some of the letters appears to be backward. So, we can work out what is happening by drawing a ray diagram. So, kung titingnan natin, yung light ray swap over when they are reflected. And this causes the image to appear laterally inverted or backwards when compared to the original object. So, ito yung rason kung bakit nakikita natin yung mga letters as baliktad. Yung lateral inversion is tinatawag ding left-right reversal. Now, you might be wondering kung bakit yung nakasulat sa ambulance is parang baliktad. It is because of this left-right reversal or lateral inversion. So, nakasulat or sinasadya talagang baliktad yung pagkasulat ng ambulance so that yung driver na nasa unahan, when he see it on his rearview mirror, it can be read clearly yung word na ambulance and he or she can give way para makadaan yung ambulance. Ngayong alam na natin yung reflection on plane mirrors, this time, let us explore naman what happens on spherical mirrors. So, yung tinatawag na spherical mirrors, these are somewhat curved, and there are two types of spherical mirror known as the concave and convex mirrors. So we are going to explore ano ba yung kanyang mga characteristics and katangian. Let us explore first the characteristics of concave mirrors. Now, when we talk about concave mirrors, ito yung mga type of mirrors which reflect the rays of light to a focal point. By the way, the symbol for focal point is big letter F. So, concave mirrors are converging mirrors. Ibig sabihin na yung light rays of light converge to a focus, or meaning nagsasama-sama yung mga light rays. Kaya tinatawag na converging mirrors. So, if a light source is placed at the focus, they produce a beam of parallel light rays. So, the distance between the mirror and the focal point is called the focal length, and it is being substituted by small letter f. That is the symbol for focal length. So, you should always remember that mas curve yung mirror, the closer the focus is to the lens. So, saan nga ba ginagamit yung concave mirrors? One use or purpose for concave mirrors is ginagamit ito to focus signals from distant satellites, such as the satellite dish. So as you can see, yung shape ng satellite dish are done so that this can allow them to be more powerful for their size. The next type of spherical mirror is known as convex mirrors. So yung convex mirrors naman, kung makikita natin, are curved so that they bulge outwards. Kung kanina, bulge inwards yung concave, yung convex naman, they bulge outwards. So, with this, convex mirrors are diverging mirrors wherein they reflect rays of light away from the focal point which lies behind the mirror. Unlike kanina, wherein in front, napoform yung image, this time behind the mirror naman for convex mirrors. So, yung rays parallel to the mirror central axis are reflected so that they appear to have come from this focal point. So, saan nga ba ginagamit yung mga convex mirrors? So, because of the property of convex mirrors wherein they diverge light, yung mga convex mirrors ay ginagamit to see around corners, especially, for example, this one, yung sa mga stores, para makita yung corner or yung nasa gilid. Another is yung type of mirrors na ginagamit sa mga rear view mirror ng mga kotse is, of course, convex mirrors din para palawakin yung field of view, para mas malawak yung makikita within the mirror. This time, let us explore the concepts of ray diagram. Now, using ray diagram, we can determine the qualitative characteristics of images. In order for us to fully understand ray diagramming, it is a must that we should first identify and define the following important concepts. Yung una is yung tinatawag na center of curvature o yung letter C. Ito yung pinakagitna ng mirror. Okay, the second one is the focal point, which is symbol F. This is where the light rays meet. The vertex, this is the point where the principal axis meets the mirror. The principal axis, wherein it is a straight line passing through the center of a curvature to the mirror. You have also the focal length na na-define na natin kanina. This is the distance between the focal point to the vertex, and of course, the radius of curvature, which is ito yung distansya between the vertex to the center of curvature. Now, let us identify the qualitative characteristics of image using the L.O.S.T. Yung L.O.S.T stands for the location, the orientation, the size, and type of image formed in concave mirror. Now, for concave mirror, unang-una yung location niya, it is between C and F, and in this case, yung orientation niya is inverted. In terms of size naman, it is reduced and it is real, yung type niya. Now, kung halimbawa, yung image naman is at the center of the curvature. So, meaning yung location niya is at C. Yung kanyang magiging orientation nito is inverted, meaning baliktad, as being shown in the picture. And as you can see, yung size niya is hindi magbabago, is it same, and of course, the type is real. Now, kung halimbawa, yung image naman is inilagay dito sa focus, walang mapo-form ng image kasi as you can see, hindi nag-intersect yung dalawang line. Now, let us explore the qualitative characteristic of images formed through convex mirrors. So, for the location, kahit saang location mo ilagay sa harap ng isang convex mirror, yung mapo-form niya is upright. And yung size niya is mas maliit or reduced kaysa sa original. And the type of image formed is virtual. Now that we already know the qualitative characteristics of images formed by spherical mirrors through the use of the acronym L.O.S.T, which stands for, ano nga yung L? Stands for location, O is for orientation, S for size, and of course, letter T, whether the type of image, whether it is virtual or real. Now, this time, let us try to draw a ray diagram for spherical mirrors. And to do that, we must fully understand the four principal rays in curved mirrors. Now, images formed in curved mirrors can be located and described through ray diagramming. So, ano nga uli yung four principal rays? The first one is the PF ray, the FP ray, the CC ray, and the V ray are known as the four principal rays in curved mirrors. And these rays is applied for concave and convex mirrors. Now, let us look at ano nga ba yung PF ray hanggang sa V ray. So, yung una, yung PF ray, makikita natin, ito yung ray of light parallel to the principal axis passing through the principal focus or letter F. So, same with the convex mirror. On the other hand naman, yung tinatawag na FP ray, it is another ray passing through the focus from the object, from here, okay, reflected parallel to the principal axis. The third type of ray is known as the CC ray. So, ito naman yung ikatlo mong gagawin na ray diagram wherein it is a ray of light passing through the center of curvature and reflects back to its own path. And the last one, the V ray, this is now a ray of light from the object to the vertex which reflects at equal angle from the principal axis. So, paano nga ba tayo magdodraw ng ray diagram using the four principal rays? Kailangan nating i-remember that the first one is that we need to draw first the PF ray. Then, from the same point, we are going to draw the FP ray. Then, the third one, we are going to draw the CC ray. And the last one would be the V ray. Para makuha natin yung correct or tamang ray diagram for spherical mirrors. And kung saan nag-intersect or nagkakadikit yung apat na rays, this would be now correspond to the object point. This time, let us explore how well you understood the lesson by taking on this challenge. Now, reminders, while answering, you may pause the video and then you are just going to just press play in order for you to know the answer. So, are you ready? For the first challenge, given the examples on the first column, try to identify the location of the image, its orientation, its size, and of course, its type, whether it is real or virtual. Now, you may pause the video while answering and you can just press play when you are done to check the correct answer. Good luck! Okay, so let us check whether you got it correct. So as you can see, the image on the first example is formed beyond C. And as you can see, the image is inverted and it is enlarged, meaning mas malaki siya sa original na object. And of course, it is real kasi it is formed in front of the mirror. Now, for the second example naman, as you can see, the image is formed behind the mirror or sa likod. You have also, it is upright and enlarged or mas malaki kaysa dun sa original object. And of course, since it is behind the mirror, it is virtual. Now, for the third one, As you can see, the image is formed between V and F, or the vertex and the focal point. It is also upright and it is reduced, or meaning mas maliit kaysa sa original object, and of course, it is virtual. Now, did you get it correct? If so, congratulations! This time, let us apply your knowledge on the four principal rays by using it on ray diagramming. So can you do it? So you may pause the video again while answering, and please play when you are done. Here are the correct responses. Did you get it all correct? Congratulations! So that's it for today's video. So you may drop your comments below, and you may suggest topics for our next video. And the most important of all, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and also ring the bell for you to be notified for my latest videos. Einstinatics out!